Hey, good morning to everybody. Happy Sunday. It's Daryl here. It's bright and freaking early, man. It's 3 a.m. here in Connecticut on the East Coast. Yes, I am up early this morning. I found this story. I am revved up to talk about this. And if you're a conservative, you're not going to like what I have to say. But this is from my heart. This is my honest opinion. I'm not trying to troll anybody. I'm not trying to tick people off. There is a new conservative anthem, a new conservative hero. We've all heard this song, Jason Aldean song, Try That in a Small Town. Well, this guy downloaded this song just like last week, and it's sold like 1 million copies on iTunes, Apple iTunes already, and it's trending all over the place. And I read the lyrics, I heard the song. The song's all right. I mean, I'm not a country guy. But the words, the lyrics, the song, I got a personal opinion about this. And if you're conservative, you're not going to like what I have to say. But when I read these lyrics, it matches. I don't doubt that this is an anthem for conservatives, because it's what I see and hear from conservatives around here. I don't know what's going down in Virginia, where this guy's from, but I have some opinions about this. I'm going to read through the lyrics. This guy, his name is Oliver Anthony. I'll use his picture, and I'll put the links down below so you could actually hear the song on YouTube and everything and make up your own mind. He's from Farmville, Virginia. It's just him. It's a stripped down video, like in the woods with his guitars. Some ginger dude with his beard and his t-shirt sitting in the woods strumming his guitar. Bunch of self-pity and self-loathing and belly aching and whining is what I think it is. But let me read you the lyrics first. This is Oliver Anthony's Rich Men North of Richmond. Okay, I'm going to read you the lyrics first. I'm not going to read the choruses over and over again. Okay. I've been selling my soul, working all day, overtime hours for BS pay. It doesn't say BS. I shortened that. So I can sit out here and waste my life away, drag back home and drown my troubles away. It's a damn shame what this world's gotten to, for people like me and for people like you. Wish I could wake up and not be true, but it is, oh it is. Living in a new world with an old soul. There are rich men north of Richmond. Lord, no, they all want to have total control. Want to know what you think, want to know what you do. And they don't think you know, but I know that you do. Because your dollar ain't shit. I guess I could say that 30 seconds into the video. Because your dollar ain't shit, and it's taxed to no end because of rich men north of Richmond. I wish politicians would look out for miners, M-I-N-E-R-S, like digging in the ground miners, and not miners on an island somewhere. Then he spells the second one like miners, like youth, like he's talking about Jeffrey Epstein here, the island. I don't even get that. Lord, we got folks in the streets, ain't got nothing to eat, and the obese milking welfare. Well, God, if you're 5'3" and you're 300 pounds, taxes ought not go to pay for your bags of fudge rounds. Young men are putting themselves 6 feet in the ground because all this country does is keep kicking them down. And it goes on. The chorus is pretty much the same. All right, I'm going to go through this and just give you like I said, this is just my honest opinion of this. I think it's a bunch of belly aching and whining and people that don't know how good they have it here. And I truly believe this. When you measure your life against how other people are doing, like that guy's got so much more than me. That guy's got a bigger swimming pool than me. That guy's got a newer car than me. His kids are going to a better school than mine. You're always going to be unhappy. Let me tell you this. I wouldn't usually tell you this. I probably made not even $25,000 last year. I am happy. I think when you go through stuff like drug addiction or cancer or a serious car accident, you go back and you look at your life and you really realize how good you have it. You know, the things that really matter in life, and the things that matter aren't money and a lot of the stuff and taxes and all this stuff this guy's talking about. I don't have cable here. I don't have the internet. I get the internet through my phone. That's it. I don't have cable. I have antennas. My car is from 2009. Still runs great. It's paid for. You know, I cut corners, and I make ends meet. And these people are probably making, the people around here, the conservatives around here, are making probably easily 60 to 80,000 a year, and they're still bitching and moaning about how they're not making enough money. And yet their heroes, the people they worship, the people they want to vote for, are Donald Trump and Elon Musk, some of the two richest men in the world. You know, it's just a bunch of hypocrisy and whining and self-pity and bellyaching. That sums it up. And if you don't like your life, change it. Why is it anybody else's fault if you're not happy, if you're working for bullshit pay at some job you don't like, and then drowning your sorrows? It sounds like this guy goes home and drinks because he doesn't like his job. Get a new one. I went to drafting school because I didn't want to work in a factory. That's how I put myself through architectural schools, working in a factory. I washed dishes. And then that started to slow down back in the building slowdown of 88, 89. And I started driving a truck. I started working in a factory again. I worked my way up. I started driving this truck. I got in sales. I've done I've done at least 4 or 5 different professions. I keep changing and moving to make money, to adapt. These people, he's whining and bitching and moaning because of his pay. Oh, let me go over this too while I'm at it. Taxes. These conservatives are always complaining because they actually have to help, because some of their money goes to help other people because they live in a community, and that's how communities work. You know, your money goes in to pay for road plowing and police and firemen, and these conservatives, they want to keep every cent they make. The highest personal income tax, the link will be for this down below. The United States is 32 out of 38 as far as personal income tax. The Ivory Coast is number 1, 60% income tax, personal income tax. Finland, number 2, 56.95 personal income tax. Japan, number 3, 55.97 personal income tax. Denmark, 55.9 income tax. Austria, number 5, 55.4. You get what I'm saying here. Sweden, 52% income tax. And these guys are complaining because they have to put some money to help people out because they live in a community. All right, let me go over this a little more. Overtime, I went over the overtime hours for BS pay. If you don't like what you're doing, it's not my problem. Change your job. Go somewhere else where you're making better money. Go back to school. This is why I think conservatives don't like the universities. They got this big thing against woke universities and further education. They just get one job. They stick with it their whole lives. Of course, new people start there and they get better. You know, you have to switch jobs. You have to change out your jobs throughout your life, or you're going to end up at the bottom of the pay rung. That's just how it works. Don't cry to me. Don't blame me for it. You know, if you don't like your life, change it, you know, instead of crying about it. It's a damn shame what the world's gotten to for people like me and for people like you. Wish I could wake up and not be true, but it is, Lord. Oh, it is. Oh, my God, the world's so terrible. Everything sucks. I have to help everybody. All my money's going to other people. And like they say, you know, and the guy, these people vote for the richest people in the entire, they're talking about rich people in Washington. And Donald Trump is the richest. Elon Musk, the richest. The two top conservative icons, the wealthiest, and they don't seem to notice that at all. You know, and they're complaining about other wealthy politicians that are, I guess, Democrats, like Nancy Pelosi or something, or the Obamas, because the Obamas have live on Martha's Vineyard or some crap like that. They don't seem to notice that Donald Trump has 9 golf courses. Anyway, Richmond, North in Richmond. Want to know what you think, want to know what you do. That just sounds like paranoia to me. Look, you know what? You don't flatter yourself. Nobody cares what you say or you do, really. That's the bottom line. You know, there's billions of people in this world, millions of people in this country, and you know, it sounds like paranoia. You know, they want to know what you say and know what you do. And what are you doing that you're so worried about people finding out about? You know, hiding out in the woods here with your guitar, and I don't know. All right. because your dollar ain't shit and it's taxed to no end. I just went over that. The United States is 32 out of 38 as far as personal income tax. So other countries have it much, much, much worse. You know, and you know, they're always saying that the Democrats or the liberals don't like this country. You know, they hate America. It sounds to me like, you know, that the dollar ain't shit. It sounds like you're complaining about America. You know, it sounds like you're the one that's got the issues with the country you live in. I wish politicians would look out for miners, for people that dig in the ground. Again, these miners. Look, why don't they look out for candlestick makers and blacksmiths that are shoeing horses too? You know what? This is outdated. Things move forward. You have to move. Like I said, you have to move with the times. I went to school for drafting with pencil and paper back in 1985, and that's gone now. Nobody's doing that. What I learned is obsolete. Am I sitting crying about it? No. I went back to school. I paid another tuition. I have my diplomas. I'll put my diplomas on my community page. I went back to school, to the same school 20 years later, and got trained in CAD CAD drafting and electrical design. You know, if you don't like your life, it's not somebody else's fault. And this is the part that really ticks me off. Lord, we got folks in the street ain't got nothing to eat. Look, I know people don't have, I mean, housing is a big problem. There's a lot of homeless people. But he makes it sound like there's, skinny, starving people like walking around the street. Lord, sir, can I have a piece of bread, sir? I'm starving. Nobody, look, I don't know about the rest of the country, but nobody's starving here. There might be a problem with, unemployment's down, housing's a problem, but people starving in the street, where are you seeing that? I'm not seeing it. And then, of course, he's got to blame it all on obese people. And first of all, so he goes, and the obese milk and welfare. I don't think there is welfare anymore. I think he's talking about disability, Social Security disability, I think is what he's talking about. And the majority of the country is for Social Security. Okay, so he blames it all on somebody that's 5'3" and 300 pounds. Because I guess everybody that's on welfare or disability is overweight. No, that's not how this works. So it's God, if you're 5'3" and you're 300 pounds, taxes ought not to pay for your boxes of fudge rounds. So it's all this disabled person's fault because this short over kicking down. That's what it is. It's not Donald Trump, the richest man that you're worshiping, or Elon Musk, who owns your social media platform. It's the person that's 5'3" and 300 pounds sitting on a couch in a trailer park somewhere eating a bag of fudge rounds. That is the big problem in your life. That is the reason for all of your misery. Are you freaking kidding me? Are you talk about kicking down? Young men are putting themselves 6 feet in the ground because all this country does is keep kicking them down. I can't help but think that's this Nick Fuentes, Gropers, America First crap about the poor white male being at the bottom of the ladder. Again, just belly aching and crying. Look, if you don't like your life, change it. That's that's all this whole song is nothing but self-pity, tripe, bull, self-pity, and whining. I understand why it is a conservative anthem. Yeah, as you can see, I was a little wound up about this. The links will be down below. Tell me what you think of this whining ginger conservative in the woods. Have a good Sunday.